Yeah, I'm Matt, and I'm in a basement today. And the name of this video is Rod Hole Leak Behind the Electric Panel. So you get these rod hole leaks when they're building a house. They on a basement, a house on a basement, they dig a hole obviously, and then they have to pour the foundation. So they put these forms in, whether they're wood forms or metal forms. They set the forms in the ground, you know, they do the footing, set the forms on top of the footing. And the forms, basically, there's a form on the inside of the basement and a form on the outside of the basement, which create where the wall's going to be, and then they pour that void between the two forms full of concrete, right? And then when they come back the next day and strip the forms off and let the concrete finish drying, curing, which takes about 28 days. So to keep the forms from blowing apart when they pour the center full of concrete, right? Because you created a form, you got to pour concrete in the middle of it. So to keep it from blowing apart, they put a rod in there with a bolt on each side. So you end up with these holes in the foundation all the way around the house. And when they strip the forms off, they knock the bolt out with a hammer. They just hit it and it goes right out because the concrete's still kind of soft. And then they fill it with, there's different kinds of filler that they use. They use hydraulic cement, you know, there's a myriad of products that they use. So, but over time, those rod holes tend to leak. And here's what happens. This is a good example of a rod hole leak behind the electric panel. That one they fixed. This one they couldn't fix because it's behind the electric panel. So the way you fix this is you don't have to disconnect everything. My battery's getting low, so if this suddenly ends, you'll know why. It just started flashing. But anyway, you don't have to disconnect anything. There's these little tap cons, or they shoot it in. This one's shot in the back. You can see where they shot it in with a ram set. So all you got to do is grind those off or pull them off or whatever. And then you flip the whole panel up. You don't disconnect any wires. You just disconnect it from the wall. No wires. You just flip the whole panel up, wires and all, patch the hole, and then drop it back down. So you don't have to disconnect all the wires in the panel. But this is not the first time I've seen this. So anyway, rod hole leak behind the panel. That's it.